this video, we're going to study about Newton's law of motion. Let's get started with Newton's first law of motion. It was presented by Sir Isaac Newton in early 1686. Newton's first law of motion is also known as law of inertia. Inertia is the tendency of an object to resist change in its state of motion. Newton's first law of motion states that an object at rest will remain at rest and an object in motion will remain in motion with a constant velocity unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. This means that if there is no force acting on an object, it will continue to stay or move at constant speed in a straight line. For example, here is a ball. Imagine a soccer ball sitting on the ground. The ball is at rest and will remain at rest unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. Object at rest stays at rest. Example, if you kick this ball, it will accelerate in the direction of the force you applied to it. Object in motion stays in motion with same velocity and direction. Let's come to Newton's second law of motion. So Newton's second law of motion states that the greater the mass of an object, the more force it will take to accelerate the object. Mathematically, force is equal to mass time acceleration, or it is also known as F is equals to ma, where the SI unit of mass is kilogram and the SI unit of acceleration is mass per second square and the SI unit of force is Newton. Let's take an example here. For understanding the Newton's second law of motion, you first know what is acceleration. It is the rate of change in the velocity of an object. For example, here is a cart. In the first case, you have to apply more force to accelerate this cart. And in the second case, you have to apply less force to accelerate this cart. Because in the first case, the person have more mass. And in the second case, the person have less mass. And mass is inversely proportional to acceleration. The acceleration is directly proportional to net force applied and inversely proportional to the mass of an object. Let's come to Newton's third law of motion. Newton's third law of motion states that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Mathematically, F1 is equal to negative F2, where F1 is the force acting on object 1 and F2 equal and opposite force acting on object 2.